Agreed. Agreed. I mean, I think it was in the late 1920s with Walter Cannon in the original look at the duality of reactions to stress, as we've called them, and the reflections on the kind of hunter-gatherer species. But that was how they got their needs met at that time. We now, having evolved into the societies that we live, have much more complex needs, right? Have much more different needs, let's say, because there are times that we are reduced to a baser requirement, which is what a lot of these needs address. With there being 12, there is no longer the need to make certain elements fit for the kind of instinctual understanding for how somebody reacts to stress. Like for me, have you ever been in a situation where somebody's jumped out from behind a corner in a plank and made you jump? That kind of situation. For me, I have to warn people in my house, because they're quite playful, not to do that, because my reaction is to rear back and pull a fist back. So if my wife's ever stood back around the corner thinking about it, she will think twice. But that's an understanding of these kind of evolutionary imperatives that I have. But there are biological imperatives that one could consider, with the tending element that was discovered and moved forward into a fawning and befriending. Then there's sociological imperatives to consider, which are very specific to each kind of situation that we end up in. A fight might be completely appropriate if it is that you or someone you love has been actually threatened in some shape or form. But maybe if it is that you're trying to return something at the store, a fight is less appropriate in order to get something done with that kind of a conversation that goes on. And especially when it comes to investigative work, these approaches really are, or really can be, because when I say "are," that's how we use them. But for you guys, you'll find your own way. They really can be used as diagnostic criteria to understand how people make decisions. That's how they're getting their needs met. The more stress, invariably, the less thinking somebody's doing. So we can start to really get into OODA loop territory. We can start to really get into this kind of fine-tuning understanding with the neuroscience of prediction correction as to how somebody is likely going to make decisions through whatever stressful situation they're in. Times may have changed from the hunter-gatherer moment, but we still have these baser needs that are specific to each individual.